Hey, Joshua. Joshua, I don't know why I'm on mute. I think I was on mute because I put the umbrella up. Thanks for letting me know. Yesterday I wasn't looking at the chat. Today I've been on mute. I think sometimes when I first start, I have it on mute because for some reason it seems like when I first start, there's always a lot of noise. Either somebody's doing their yard, mowing their lawn. Uh, the sun is out and it's raining at the same time. Look at that. Y'all see that? The sun is out and it's raining at the same time. There are so many old wives' tales about that. When the sun is out and it's raining at the same time. There are a lot of wives' tales about that. Okay, I feel you. Agree. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Joshua. Yeah, YouTube YouTube said they had guidelines, right? So I'm watching a video today, and I guess as long as you know how to do it without crossing the guidelines, it's good. But y'all, I watched a video not too long, like a few minutes ago, watching this person simulate a S act. If you know what S means, simulate a S act, and the chat is filled with people. Some people, of course, cheering it on. Some people say, "What am I looking at?" Some people are like, "What is going on? What is this?" But I see those videos a lot. I see those videos a lot, and yeah, they're monetized. People are sending them super chats, super stickers. And I'm like, is this not crossing the line? Is this not committing guideline infringements? Like, what's going on, YouTube? What's going on? And you got people that can put up a certain food or just say certain things and they restrict you and all this kind of stuff. And lately I've been watching people, the act itself isn't on, but the simulation of it is there. You know what they're doing, or at least what they think they want you to think they're doing, right? And YouTube is letting it slide. They're letting it slide. So, I mean, hey, one of them said, super chat or give me a super sticker for $50 and I'll show more. And somebody did it. They sent her $50 and she showed a little bit more. She really didn't show more, but she got more animated. It was more graphic with the animation. So it's all simulation, but still, we know what it is. She knows that we know what it is. The chat knows what it is. So I'm sure YouTube knows what it is. So YouTube, what's going on with that? Joshua said sometimes there's plenty music make noise outside, so they mute. Yeah, yep. Yeah, I used to do that all the time, Joshua, but I don't do it anymore unless it's like really loud, because I gotta think about it. I'm walking, right? So if I'm walking, I don't mind hearing the cars and the trucks so much because I'm walking, I'm outside. So I look at that as a part of nature. It may be annoying to me, and I would mute all the time, but I don't mute now unless it's like really, really close, because I got to think about it. Yes, there are vehicles and there are maybe noises, sirens and things like that, trains. Now, if it's a train and it's really loud, I'll mute. But that's just a part of nature. It's a part of the nature that I'm walking in. So I don't mute as much because it doesn't make sense after a while to keep muting. Unless it's like prolonged noise. If it's prolonged, then yeah. But if a truck is passing by, a train is passing by for a minute or so, all of that is a part of outside. So I stop muting, because one thing I do is a lot of times I'll forget to mute, or I won't forget to unmute. I meant to say I'll forget to unmute. I won't forget to unmute, But I'll hit the unmute and I don't hit it hard enough, and I'm thinking that I'm unmuted and I'm not. So it could be very annoying, but I gotta realize I'm out here in the element. I'm in the park. I'm outside, so I can't get mad when trucks go by that are loud, when trains come, when dogs bark. I can't get mad because that's just, I'm outside. Those things belong outside, and we as people belong outside. So if I choose to go outside and that noise is there, I just have to deal with it. So I've learned to deal with that, unless it's just like prolonged, like really, really happening for a long time. What I can't stand, and this is a part of nature too, is when the wind is blowing. Oh my gosh. The wind is blowing and the phone is like breaking up. It's not really that the phone is breaking up, but the wind is hitting the microphone in a way that's really, really annoying. Now that is more irritating to me than the cars and trucks and stuff like that. That's really annoying. That is really annoying. So what did you guys do this weekend? What did you do for fun? What did you do for relaxation? Or did you just like go by? I mean, was your day just like an average day, like just day to day? Did you take time out this weekend to do something different and or fun, something that you don't normally do? Or was it just like a run-of-the-mill weekend? Like a run-of-the-mill weekend. Did you watch any new shows? Did you do any new exercises? Any new, anything new at work for those who work? Did you do any new activities? Did you spend time with family? More time with family? Oh my gosh, this rain feels so good. And I only have the umbrella because I don't want to, I don't like it when my phone gets wet. I went and got my phone sleeve. And then I realized that the phone sleeve that I have, the waterproof phone sleeve that I have, doesn't fit this phone. It fit my old phone. So I have to get a new one. And because that's how long it's been, a couple of years since I used it. So usually I just cover the phone or I walk around the rain. But since I love the rain so much, lately I've been walking in the rain. Because again, it's God's water. It won't hurt. It won't hurt. It's no excuse not to move because it's raining outside. It's not storming. It's not thundering. It's not lightning. It's not dangerous to be out here in it. So there's no reason not to do my routine. But I have to get a new phone case. I have to get a new waterproof phone case. Actually, this one is waterproof, but the thing about it is, it's still, and you know what? Even when you get a waterproof sleeve, you still gotta wipe it. The dots are on it, but the difference is the sleeve that I had, I would wipe it, and it would just go away, and it wouldn't affect the buttons. It wouldn't affect any of the buttons. This waterproof screen that's attached on here, this cover, if I wipe it, I'll touch something and I'll heck or break loose. I'll heck or break loose. Y'all know how we talk about hiding people and blocking people by mistake. I'll heck or break loose. But with the one that I had that covered the whole phone, you can wipe it, you can drop it, and all of that, and nothing, you don't accidentally do anything. Like no buttons are accidentally hit or pressed. So I have to get another one of those, but I have to go on Amazon and find one to fit the phone. They're usually cheap, because I'm thinking, why do that? And I'm about to buy another phone. Just wait until I get the new phone. But I'm still going to do it. I'll just go ahead and get it for this phone. Because if you're like me, you put off getting a new phone as long as you can. If you're like me. Now, some people, some people get a new phone at the very sign that they need a new phone. I don't, because they're so expensive. As long as it's functioning, as long as it's working, as long as I can make phone calls and receive phone calls, I'll keep an old phone for as long as I can, for as long as I possibly can, because I have never gotten into that thing about buying a phone just to say I paid so much for it. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all know sometimes that's what people do. They buy the most expensive things, or they get things that have the most expensive tags just to say that they did it. Now, there's nothing wrong with liking the finer things and wanting the finer things, especially if you can afford the finer things. But I guarantee you, the most wealthy people didn't get where they are thinking that way. Now that they're very wealthy, of course, they get what they want. But even some of those people are frugal. They're frugal. You know, they get what they want when it comes to houses, maybe automobiles, vehicles, you know, things like that. Even phones. But, I mean, there's no way in the world I'm buying a phone of a certain price. Look, y'all. There he is. He's so cute. Look, he's so tiny. So I was talking to his owner, y'all, and I thought that he was no more than about 12 to 15 pounds. And she's like, yep, he weighs 14 pounds. He weighs 14 pounds and has a bark that is big as all get out. To me, that's a big bark, okay? That's a big bark. His bark is as big as dogs that weigh 30 pounds. He growls and barks, and then he just stands there and looks. But that's my buddy. That's my buddy. As long as he keeps that attitude, that's my buddy. That's my buddy. See, it's not really raining right now. That was so refreshing, because it was a minute before I put cover up. I had to put up my umbrella. I had to protect my phone. But now that it's barely sprinkling, that feels so good. That feels so good. So, as long as, I hope I don't touch anything. As long as it's not like storming, why would I let rain stop me? I don't like driving. I don't like driving so much when there's a heavy rain. But walking, yeah, I'll definitely do that. Some people don't touch water until they get out in the rain. Some people don't touch water until they get out in the rain. And this is not a bath, okay? This is a little rain. Okay, yeah, I muted because that music was like right there, right next to me. If it's at a distance, I usually don't mute anymore. It doesn't make sense. I'm outside, they're outside. That's a part of being outside. So, we're walking and talking. This is what my channel name is. That is what my channel is based on as far as my lives. And that's what I love to do. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. We take a break sometimes during the week, a day or two. But a lot of weeks we keep going. We keep moving consistently. We keep moving. We keep moving these legs and arms consistently. We work the body, work the body. We make sure we don't hurt the body. Okay? We keep moving. Remember that. Remember to keep moving. And always, always, always for starting, restarting, modifying, re-implementing any type of workout plan, regimen, or routine, contact your primary health care provider, be it your general practitioner, which is your doctor, your CRNP, your certified registered nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant, which is your PA, your occupational therapist, your physical therapist, your specialty doctors. Some people have rheumatologists, some people have kidney, heart, all types of different doctors, okay? Always contact them as well. Always contact your specialty doctors as well, okay? As I like to say, it's like an atom. Think of you all together, them locking arms and forming a circle, creating an atom. And you are the nucleus of that atom, okay? You are the nucleus of that atom. So it's a team effort. It's a collaborative team effort. You are the nucleus, okay? And though you're the nucleus, you're still a part of the atom as well, right? You're the main part. You are the main part. So make sure that you communicate. Make sure that the different parts of your atom that are locked arm in arm communicate, okay? They will help you to come up with a plan, all right? You start that plan and you let them know how well things are going, okay? If you're doing well, if it's a little bit hard for you, if it's strenuous, if it's too much, let them know so that you can remodify. They'll remodify. You can even modify. If you have a plan that they have created for you, you've created together before your next appointment, you can modify as long as you're moving, as long as you're exercising, as long as you're getting cardiovascular activity in, as long as you're working your muscles. Remember, your heart is a muscle as well. The more you work it, the better you feel. But you don't want to overwork it, okay? Because of what you see someone else do, you don't want to do that. You want to do what's right for you. And whenever you modify a plan that your healthcare providers have come up with for you, make sure that you aren't modifying it in a way to make it more strenuous unless you've talked to them about it. If you modify it on your own, you shouldn't modify it to be more strenuous. Now, can you say, well, I'm going to do more reps? Yeah. More sets? Yeah. Even if you do that, though, only do it to a degree. If he's okay 2 sets for you of 12 reps, maybe you try half a set. Do 6 additional reps. Okay? Or maybe you try another full set, but no more than that, until you contact them and you speak on it, you talk about it, and you agree to remodify it. Because sometimes you've already modified it. It all depends on how you feel. So sometimes, yes, you have to modify and you have to remodify, or I'll say modify again, okay? It's all about you and how you feel. You want to make sure that you don't have to say that you're doing it. Don't put on for people, but you want to make sure that you stretch. What did I say? Think of the word radar. It starts with R, it ends with R. You want to start with stretching and you want to end with stretching. Once you've worked your muscles, even if it's walking, jogging, running, you want to stretch those muscles, okay, to help release some of that lactic acid. And especially if you've done your strength training, okay, your resistance workout, you want to give yourself a break. Do it every other day. Upper body Monday, Wednesday, lower body Tuesday, Thursday. Unless you have been trained to do otherwise. Okay? Unless you are an athlete. And if you're an athlete, then we already know that you're on a whole different spectrum, okay? Okay? You're on a whole different spectrum. Okay? So, thank you, Betty. Thank you, Joshua and Spiky. Let me see. Hey, Angel. Angel I says, hi, Lions. Jill says, hi, Lions Pride. I'm here listening. Okay, thank you, Jill. Hey, Angel. Welcome into the chat. We're just walking and talking, trying to see what everybody did this weekend, trying to make sure that everybody took some time out of the weekend to enjoy themselves, to get themselves some rest, some relaxation. What did you do? Did you spend some time with family? Did you just definitely did you get you some me time? Okay? Definitely did you get you some me time? Because you want to get that me time so that you can, when Sunday rolls around, y'all, if Monday and Tuesday went by as fast as Saturday and Sunday, you know how we already talk about time flies so fast? Imagine if Monday and Tuesday, and I know that they do truly because there are 24 hours in a day, right, in each of the 7 days a week. But the way Monday and Tuesday feel, it feels like they're slow compared to Saturday and Sunday, right? It feels like they're so slow. But in this day and time, I don't know. I think Monday and Tuesday are starting to kind of feel like they fly by too, because before you know it, we're going into Wednesday. We're going into hump day. And everybody knows that on hump day, what are we doing? We're starting to look forward to the weekend. It's like we pull out the binoculars. We pull out the binoculars and we're like, tomorrow is the preview to the week. Look, Thursday. We're sitting here Wednesday and we're looking at Thursday. We're like, tomorrow is the preview to the weekend. Yeah, isn't it something how we talk about how time flies and then some of us push it? Stop pushing it. We got to stop pushing it. We got to relish and enjoy every day. Even Monday and Tuesday. If it feels like it's going by slow, so what? So what? We got to stop pushing it. We got to stop pushing time. And then we sit back and say how fast it's flying. Enjoy, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Don't rush your Monday, okay? You push time and it flies by. Next thing you know, you're 40 years old, you're 50 years old, you're 60 years old. Don't rush Monday any more than you rush Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Donna says, please contact your primary care provider before beginning any regimen. Thank you, Donna. Exactly. That's what we just got done talking about, I think right before I saw you and Jill come in. Talk to your primary health care provider, be it your general practitioner, which is your doctor, your physician's assistant, your nurse practitioner, your physical therapist, your occupational therapist, your fitness trainer, okay, your fitness coach. A lot of us have fitness trainers and fitness coach. Talk with your specialty doctor. A lot of people have specialty doctors, okay, because they have conditions and issues that they have to see a specialty doctor for. So just the same way that you talk to your regular doctor, talk to your kidney, lung, heart, talk to everybody. It's a collaborative effort, okay? It's a collaborative effort. It's a team effort. I tell you, imagine all those people in your lives being locked arm in arm, creating a circle. That circle is an atom. You are the nucleus. You're a part of the atom as well, but you are the nucleus, okay? All of those people's main focus should be you. Your main focus should be you. And you should have a great rapport and a great relationship, great lines of open communication with them. Okay? Because your general doctor may say, yeah, go ahead and do so-and-so. But talk with your specialty doctor as well. Talk with your specialty doctor as well. A lot of times your general practitioner will say, well, yeah, I think that'll be fine. Make sure you ask him or her too. Because it's a team effort, okay? It's a team effort. So I want you guys to watch the legs move, okay? Look at the legs move. Move. You can do left, 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 right, left. See, it makes me remember those military cadences. That's the simple one. Okay, that's the simple one. Okay? But remember, proper preparation prevents PISS, poor performance. Okay? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Okay? So you have to make sure that you prepare yourself. A lot of times you can't just jump out there and start walking. You'll find yourself like, well, because you didn't prepare. You didn't gradually build up to what you want to do. We have goals, just like we have all these other goals in life. Y'all know we talk about our short-term and long-term goals over here too. And there can be so many goals. But before we obtain those goals, we do the work. We do the work. We put in work. It could be a goal at work. It could be a goal for at home. It could be your family goal. You could notice that the family hasn't been getting together as often, right? So what do? You start planning little family get-togethers. You start kind of maybe on a small scale at first because you don't want to be disappointed if you go on a big scale and nobody shows up. Okay? Nobody shows up. So start planning the little get-togethers. The more you do the little get-togethers and the word spreads, the next get-together is a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. Then it's like, hey, let's go ahead and do this family reunion. Okay, let's just go ahead and do this full-fledged, full-out family reunion. So a lot of times we gotta set goals. Some short-term, some can be long-term, and some are both. Some are both. We have short-term and long-term goals. Some of our short-term goals just help us to reach the long-term goals. Okay? Let's see. Donna says, hi, Jill, beautiful lady. Jill is a whole vibe, okay? Jill is a whole vibe. Sometimes it makes me laugh just to hear Jill laugh. Donna says, this whole week and weekend went by fast. Yep. They fly by fast. That's why I'm like, when Monday comes, I've never been that person to say, oh, come on, let's Monday, go on. I've never been that, but I have been that person that, like, on the first day of work, and you're like, oh my gosh, we got a whole week. I don't do that anymore. Because I've realized that I need to cherish, we as people, we need to cherish each day the same. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Donna says, 2024 is not my year. Jill says, true, and laugh out loud. I know Jill, sometimes when Jill laughs, y'all, it makes you laugh. Y'all know those people that have a good hearty laugh? If you're down and out and you need a good hearty laugh, just listen to someone. Call up somebody in your family, who makes you laugh. Watch a content creator who makes you laugh. Watch one of their fun videos. And you'll get you a good hearty laugh. And sometimes just the laugh itself, no matter what mood you're in, sometimes just the laugh itself, it'll make you laugh. Hello. Sometimes it'll make you laugh, just the laugh. But yeah, so whatever you guys did, I hope that you got a chance. I'm glad that Jill made it home safely from her vacation, spending time with her mom and friends, having a great time. Donna, we're still praying for you. We have to be happy for each other and we have to pray for each other. Okay? That's the best we can do. Be happy for each other. Pray for each other. And if you can, be there for those you can be there for. Especially with your family and friends, but as well as with these apps. Y'all know I always talk about how everything seems to go, not everything, but at any given time, things can go left on the app, right? Things can go left I'll say between associates, because I don't think that there are friends on the app. Now, you may have some of your personal friends who are on the app, but I don't think that there are friends on the app. Because so many people, as soon as they thought someone was cool, I won't even say a friend, but maybe it was cool, they show their true colors. They don't get exposed, they expose themselves to you for how they really are. And some of them will feel the same about you. That's why the one thing about me is that I always try to be upfront, blunt, stay how I feel, why I feel that way, and I move on. Now, will I be petty sometimes? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. But I will do that because I know that I am really open about how I am. My discernment stays up. My intuition is good. Okay? That common intuition, that street intuition, that book intuition, all of it. So I always say, what do I say, y'all? I'm the first to admit my patience are short. To me, that's a flaw. That's a flaw. It's not the worst flaw. Sometimes being short patience can be a good thing, right? Because you don't hang around long for the BS. So, but oftentimes, it can be a bad thing. Because sometimes if you have short patience, you don't listen fully. Because it's like you see what you see, you hear what you hear, and you know what you know. And a lot of times there could be more to the picture, okay? So you have to learn to accept your flaws. So just being short patience itself doesn't have to be a flaw, but we all know each other. And that's the one problem that seems to make problems worse, is when people don't admit their own flaws. You have to be able to. So having short patience itself isn't a bad thing. Doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can be a very helpful thing, honestly. But sometimes it can be. So do some self-evaluation. I think we should do self-evaluation daily. Okay? Now, of course, when you're about to get into a conflict, like when it's right there in your face, it ain't no time for self-evaluation. You know you, right? And what is it? Hindsight is always 20/20. Sometimes the altercation or the interaction has to happen. Then you have to look back. And never be afraid to say you were wrong. Or too proud to say you were wrong. Hell, they make songs that say ain't too proud to beg. So why can't we not be too proud to say that we're wrong, right? Right? So when you, hey kings and queens, hey, brilliant. Jill says, mine's 2 lines fried. Yeah, Jill, my patience are too short. And honestly, it has served me well most of the times. But if we're going to be able to recognize our own flaws, we gotta, when we do good things, we gotta realize when we do things that aren't so good. When we do bad things, right? And even if it's not bad, you know, maybe it's not so good. So yeah, you're not gonna try to practice patience when a conflict is right there in front of your face. But there's nothing wrong with looking at things. Like I said, that's why hindsight is 20/20. Hindsight is 20/20. Hindsight is a good thing. Yeah, will you sometimes wish you had have stopped and thought about it in the moment? Yeah, but that's why it's called hindsight. You gotta look back. So when you look back, and if you know that you're wrong, or you see that you're wrong, or that maybe you could have done something differently, don't be afraid to admit it, and don't be too proud to admit it. In some cases, you don't have to admit it. You know, you only have to admit it to yourself. Sometimes you only have to admit it to yourself. But, you know, especially like with family and friends, I know probably everybody in this chat can remember a time they popped off on a cousin, on a sibling, on maybe even an auntie or uncle, and some people, even your parents. Like, of course, the pop off with your parents shouldn't be what the pop off was with your cousin, okay? But I'm sure that a lot of us remember a time where we just popped off, and then we look back and we're like, okay, you can even be like justified feelings, but a lot of times if you have an uncomfortable feeling about it, even if you feel justified, sometimes you feel like you did it the wrong way. So that's why I say as humans, as adults, we gotta learn to acknowledge our flaws, accept our flaws, and though we may not be perfect still, and accept them and explain them and, you know, work things out, we still can do that and work on ourselves, right? Jill says mine too. I believe you're talking about patience. Y'all got some more doggies. We got some more, look at them. We got some more doggies. Hey, y'all. Jill says, hey, you're brilliant. You're welcome, hon. Brilliant says, hey, Lines Pride. Hey, Donna. Brilliant, hi, my beautiful sissy. Donna says, I don't like fighting with my family or friends. It makes me feel bad. Yeah, Donna, it does. It does. See, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes, and you know, hindsight means looking back. But sometimes I think a lot of us wish we could have just stopped in the moment. But once you go from 0 to 100, or even 0 to 10, you know, it's been times where I went from 0 to 10, and it was like a devil was on one shoulder and an angel was on another. And guess what I did? I let the devil win. like you gotta be able to acknowledge stuff like that. I let the devil win. And I tried to like resist it, but then I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Sometimes you don't try to resist it hard. Because sometimes you're like kind of fed up, or that person has just made you so mad. You just want to let them know. And you feel like, I've been being easy about this. I've been being easy going with them. Today, I'm going to let them know. And sometimes we even know we're going to feel bad. Sometimes we even know we're going to feel bad after the fact. Bree says, enough time has passed. In my opinion, lies pride. Not too proud to say it in public, sis. I pray I'm still welcome. Oh, Bree, I told you you were welcome in the chat. I told you, well, I won't say what I told you on here, but I told you were welcome in the chat. But it was just some things that I didn't want happening. So I told you were welcome in the chat, but there are some things that I didn't want happening, and I think I said them in an okay way. I think I said them because I was typing. But you know how you sometimes, even when you're typing, you don't always get the full understanding of what someone is saying. So I hope you got the full understanding of what I was saying. It was just like, I just didn't want, any, I won't say what, because like I said, this is a public platform. And you have people that just sit and search and lurk. And I could say one thing to Brilliant right now. And guess what'll happen on my next live? It'll be like 3,000 views, because they're just sitting and waiting to see if Brilliant and I are going to have a disagreement on here in my live. No. But somebody is sitting right now wondering, what does she mean about that? And I'm like, I'm telling you, that's just how people do. That's how people are. And I'm like, don't come over here when you think it's some drama or some mess. People that I've enjoyed having around my chat, I try not to go there with them unless they go there with me. And like I told y'all, I'm very blunt. Now, when I say that I'm blunt, I still have a way that I try to carry myself on social media. Okay? I still try to carry myself a certain way on social media. And sometimes you do have to go to certain levels and heights or lows that you don't want. But guess what? Don't stay there. Don't stay there. Because when you go there, then everybody expects you to stay there. And let me tell you, there have been some people who've gone so low that guess what made them stay there? Because their views went from 10 to 1,000. Don't let a view keep you in a low spot, okay? Don't let the enjoyment of a lot of views keep you in any place that you don't need to be. That's why that's just like creating your own misery lounge. Remember we talk about the misery lounge? A lot of times the host of the lounge is happy as a lark, And so you have your own happy place, your own happy lounge. And if you're happy, don't allow people to come into that space and make you unhappy. And don't allow people to make you make that space an unhappy place. So yeah, Brilliant, you're welcome in the chat. You are always welcome in the chat. And I won't say anything else about it, because no, we didn't have a falling out, for people that want to know. Because just by me saying that and addressing that comment, they'll think that no, me and Brilliant didn't have a falling out. There was just some situations and some things going on, and we had a conversation. But she's always been welcome in the chat. Never not liked, never disliked. She was welcome in the chat. Because I like my chat like this. Low-key people who are able to communicate, whether they're having an altercation. And when I say an altercation doesn't have to be like drastic. You know what I'm saying? An altercation can be you're at work and your coworker keeps coming getting your candy out of your bowl, that same one, and nobody else is getting a chance to get anything, and you're like, kind of like, how do I tell her to stop eating up my damn candy? Then, and you could just like, that's a slight altercation. It's just like, you gotta let her know. Now she's gonna feel away, but truth be told, you've been eating up the candy, girl. Let somebody else get some of the candy. I bought the candy for everybody. So, don't be coming looking for that. I'm a shorts channel, okay? I like growing from my shorts and other things. And I've started to maneuver some stuff around, and I'm really liking it, and I'm really enjoying it. So we're just gonna keep this Let's Walk and Talk going on over here. And some things I wanted to put on here, Like I say, I tell you often, I let my family kind of handle. If ever I'm starting a new channel, you have family and friends that can oftentimes help you with the direction of that. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm trying to move some people to that way. Because a lot of times you want to stay out of certain algorithms or you want to get out of certain algorithms, you know. So let me read the comments because I've been running my mouth. I saw Donna said she doesn't like fighting. I saw Bree's comment. I like to work it out right then. Yes, Donna. Donna, that sounds kind of like Jill. That sounds like Jill. Bree says when too much time passes, it gets dangerous. Yeah, when you're feeling a certain way about people, it can get crazy for two reasons. You just let it build up and build up and build up, or you sometimes just blurting things out isn't the right way as well. You know, it's like you have to find that medium. You have to find that happy medium. You don't let things build up, which is easier said than done. Y'all know I say that a lot over here. But the maybe the best, and I won't say the best, but a good way to handle things is not to let certain things build up and build up. But on the flip side of that is you don't always want to blurt out as well. So you just have to kind of find an easy middle ground. Because sometimes you will let it build up, and guess what? You will let it blurt out as well. Once it's built up so much, it'll blurt out. And then you have some people, time something happens, they blurt out. So you just have to try to find a medium. And you have to be surrounded by people who kind of know you. You know, that's why when I talk about flaws, it's a way of letting people know you, know things about you without getting too much into stuff. And so if I know that that's how you are, then I know how to maneuver around you better. And when I say maneuver around you, not necessarily around, but with you. Donna says she likes to work it out right then. Donna says, Bree, I love you. You are a real one. Bree says we all have heart. Donna says, real grown women, and I love that about you. Thank you, sis. I love you too, Donna, sis. See, and that's the thing. Like, let me tell y'all something. Even when people see like a sisterhood, like, right, there are people on not just this app, but on many apps. They'll see that people react a certain way around people. Let me tell you, you may be with a certain set of people. Let's call them subsets, right? This whole YouTube thing is a set. Let's just say subsets. You may hang around 3 or 4 people in this area, and then you may hang around 3 or 4 people in another area, and you may hang around 3 or 4 people in a totally different, a third area. Now, because we are grown, that's our right, that's our choice, those are our options, right? Sometimes people will get upset with you because they may feel like you're interacting with another subset of people too much. I'm like, this is a social media. It's a networking platform. A lot of times people want to keep their sets just that, subsets. They like it in this area because it takes them away from those other 2 areas, right? You have area A, B, and C. And you got, for this person, they may like area A, but sometimes they may just get a little bit bored with it, tired of it, or even annoyed by it. So they go and they start to hang out more in B and C. Well, true to form, somebody in section A is going to make a big deal out of what a grown man or woman is doing, because they're kind of hanging out in another area. And we're going to be honest with this. They're hanging out in another area, not because they dislike you, but they may be tired of that algorithm. You know, they might be tired of that set for right now. And then they may still hang out with you, but they have a getaway. They go somewhere else. They go over there where they're racing cars. You know, they go over there where they're barbecuing. You may be doing tea, and they like it. And you don't see a person so much. Guess what? They have started to venture out. There's nothing wrong with people venturing out. There's nothing at all wrong with people venturing out. But you have people who will get upset about that and will make a big deal out of that. Something as simple as that. And I think all of us have talked at some point in our lives or heard our parents talk about like gangs. You know, sometimes it's sad to say, but adults who wouldn't dare find themselves in like a gang, a street gang on social media, they put themselves in gangs. They put themselves in gangs. As a person, Brilliant can have 2 or 3 cliques, and she and Donna can call each other sisters and hang out in their own little area. And Donna can have 2 or 3 different cliques that Brilliant knows nothing about. There's nothing wrong with that. That's called diversity. It's called diversity. A lot of people in this country need to learn about diversity, right? It's called diversity. And sometimes people, and also people want you to bring them along into another area. And I'm just gonna be honest, y'all. Sometimes you're a little bit selfish. You know how we say selfish doesn't always have to be a bad word? Sometimes you don't want set B or section B to come into section A or C. You don't. Because you find a release from there. It's the same way you don't want section B and C going over there into section A. You get a release, okay? You get a release. You get a breather. You get a break. But if all of a sudden they all start to come into section B where you are, it's like it's the same thing. And sometimes, yes, it's your right to want to maneuver around. It's your right to want to be in a different space. It's your right to want to be amongst a different set of people. Because typically people in a certain area seem to act the same, think the same, react the same, respond the same. Until they don't, and then there's a conflict, right? So I want to be in sets where people know how to practice conflict resolution. I don't want to be in a set where conflict is hitting the live button. You know, I don't want to be in that set. Bree says, no falling out. Oh my God, people will speculate. It's sad. We need to explain that. Yeah, that's why I said what I said. Brilliant. Sometimes that's what grown people do. Like Donna said, you have situations that come up and then you react around each other in certain ways because of those situations, but it doesn't mean that you fell out. Sometimes people need to take breaks for reasons, and it doesn't have to mean that there's an issue between the two of them. It could mean that, but it could also mean that there's a situation at hand, period. You know? Brian says, I think you know Lion's Pride, that ain't never been my style. I need to be the same way with everyone. I'm just saying you should never feel like you need to behave differently with anyone except for the workplace being the only exception. Well, see, I don't see the workplace. See, because if I say the workplace is the only exception, then I have to open myself up to other exceptions. And I do feel like, depending on what your goals are, depending on your personality, depending on what your comfort level is, I'm going to give a different Lions to different places. I'm going to give a different me to different people. But it's still going to be me. It's just that we have different sides. Some people have a mean side, a nice side. Some people have a pot of sides. They have 8 sides. And that's not good nor bad. But they have a mean side, a nice side, an open side, a closed side, a private side, a personal side. You know, so to each his own. But yeah, I don't act the same. Because if I said I do that and then I make the exception for work, then I would have to make the exception for other things as well. For church, for school. So I'm just me. But there are certain things that I don't believe should happen. There are certain things that I don't, if I feel like I ask a person something or ask them of something as relates to me and they can't do it, then I don't dislike them per se, depending on the situation, but I have to move away from them. because that's going to make me uncomfortable. So anytime a person makes you uncomfortable, anytime a situation makes you uncomfortable, you have to discuss it. You discuss it, and you have to allow people, to be them. You know, that's something I learned in college. Just this, we often have that saying that, well, I wouldn't do that. Cool, but I'm not Susan. I'm not Jackie. I'm not Beverly. I'm not Bethany. Bethany may do that, so I have to respect Bethany's boundaries. She might say she won't do it, and I might say I will do it. She has to respect my boundaries. Now, if me doing something bothers her, then that means she doesn't have to deal with me on that level, or she doesn't have to deal with me at all. I think people have to realize individuality, and I often say that a lot. Well, I wouldn't do that, but at the same time, I have to realize everybody ain't me. I have to realize everybody ain't me. You know, some people do the most, some people do the least, and sometimes you just don't want to have no involvement. Look at that double negative. You don't want to have no involvement. We got to teach the kids. Brent says, I need to be the same way. Oh, I think I read that. Donna says, I love you all. I got to get in this Epsom salt. I'm hurting bad. Donna, put that salt in that Epsom salt water. Put that foot, in that Epsom salt water. And I have a bad headache. Have a wonderful week. I hope I don't have to go to the hospital. No. Rebuke that. Rebuke that, Donna. Brent says, not Unionized Pride. Everyone. Okay, I got you, Brilliant. I got you. Yes, rebuke that, Donna. Rebuke that. Brian says she's glad you are getting into the Epsom salt. It does a body good. It does. It does. Donna says, Abria, I love you. She's sending Jill hearts and hugs. Brian says, okay, I'll see you ladies later. Blessings, everyone. Blessings to everyone. And it's been an hour. It's been an hour. And that's what we do. We try to hit the hour mark. Sometimes we go over to an hour and a half, maybe even 2. But I think an hour is enough when you go live, okay? That's just what I think. Somebody else may think 6 hours is enough. But I can't do that. I can't do that unless it's a really special live. A special live dedicated to something special. Then I'll do that. I'll do that. Every now and again, I'll do that. Otherwise, for me, like an hour or two. It's good. It's good, especially on certain days. Like today is Sunday. You know, want to unwind a little bit, relax, release, okay? Resolve, refocus, regroup, reset, restart. Brian says, Lions Pride, Donna, Jill, blessings, lady, all love, much love. Yes, blessings, ladies, all love, much love. And protect your peace, protect yourselves. First and foremost, protect yourselves out here on these apps. Because an app is never worth anything. An app is never worth. You got people making millions and millions of dollars who don't let the app affect them like some people do. You know, you should never ever let the app affect you like that. Now, that being said, it's not the app, it's the people. So again, that's an easier said than done kind of situation. Because sometimes, you know, we have interactions and we wonder, like, why the hell is she doing that? Why the hell is he doing that? And then you come to realize that, hell, the app is all some people got. They may truly have family, friends, loved ones, and stuff like that. They have other activities that they could do, but they rather sit and type. Some people would rather sit, type, and watch. Sit, type, and watch all day, every day, all night, every night. You drop a video, an hour later they drop a video. You look in the chat, when you look, they're already there. I just turn around. It's like some people, you wake up, you go to sleep from 10 till 6 in the morning, and you just scroll and you look at some of the notifications. And I do suggest, you know, a good thing is to turn off your notifications or put them on silent. I put them on silent at certain times of the day and night. But you look, and so you check it out, And the same person or people that you saw at 10 that morning before, 12 that afternoon, 2 o'clock that afternoon, 6 that evening, when you look back over the stuff that you missed, they are there at 10 at night, 12 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and it's like, give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. Yes, I do see it because I got up and checked my notifications after I tried to get me some sleep. Because I'm a night owl. I got to be trying to get my sleep. So when I do fall asleep, like 1, sometimes 2 o'clock if I'm off work, and I get up at 8, 9, 10, and it's like some people, it's a revolving door. Like they never took a break. If they took a break, it may have been for like 3 to 4 hours or something. But yeah, I'll get a notification from this person that they went live, or a notification that this person dropped a video. And sometimes that same person is in each and every one of them. So remember what mama said. Remember what daddy said. You ain't got to go everywhere all the time. You ain't got to be everywhere all the time. You ain't got to have an opinion about something all the time. And you can have it, but you can keep it sometimes too. You can keep it sometimes too. But hey, some people, truth be told, in some kind of weird way, for some people that's their sanity. For some people that's their sanity. Being on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, that's their sanity. Sadly, that's their sanity. That sounds like an oxymoron. Sadly, that's their sanity. But I'm going to tell you guys what I always tell you at this time in your life. Don't let bother people bother you. Okay? Don't let stress people stress you out. All right? And I wish you all peace, positivity, and prosperity. Don't allow someone to pull you into their misery lounge, their misery space, their misery area, and keep you there. If you find that you are there, GYGAG, grab your grip and go. Grab your grip and go. Protect your mental, protect your emotional, and protect your sanity, and protect your peace. And that being said, I know we're human. Ain't nothing wrong with being petty sometimes. But just be petty. Because let me tell you, there's other people out there doing the other part for you. There's other people out there doing the other part for you. There's other people out there willing to do the other part for you. Okay? There are people out there willing to do all that other stuff for you. So protect all of that for yourself. And I'm going to see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk Live in Lions Pride. Look at the legs move. Watch the legs move. Watch the feet move. Y'all, I have really been enjoying these shoes. I don't ever give them a break. Someone told me that they will wear quickly, and that's why they prefer a different brand when I was kind of trying to choose between 2 brands. But these, as much as I've worn these, even though I haven't had them that long, I probably had them 3 months, they have held up. They have held up. Knock on wood. Let me find a piece of wood, okay? Knock on wood. They have held up. And they were worth every penny, okay? They were worth every penny. You gotta be willing to spend the money sometimes, you know. Like I said, knock on wood, there's a piece of wood. They were worth every penny, okay? So don't be out here using ill-fitting, poor-fitting, improperly fitting shoes or any equipment of any type, okay? Just like we encourage you and we motivate you to get up and keep moving consistently for at least 30 minutes, 5 days a week. Strive for 5. Strive for 5. Okay? And many of us, sometimes we hit 6 or 7. So, as much as I encourage you to do that, I also encourage you to wear the correct gear. The correct gear. And you can throw on anything for clothes. Now, some of it you're going to sweat a little bit more. So you really need some cotton or some really, really good workout gear. But for those shoes, daily, you need to have good, proper fitting shoes. Just like you need correct form when you're exercising, you need correct form for your shoes. Okay, your shoes and inserts and things like that. If you're gonna get inserts, know that inserts don't replace good form fitting shoes. Okay, inserts just, they help you out. You got a low arch or something like that, they really do help you out. You got plantar fasciitis, something like that, they really do help you out. But what's first and foremost important are a great pair of shoes. Okay, with the right heel height, the right arch height, all of that. And you can look that up and you can find that in your shoes. Okay, and when they start to wear a little bit, an insert should be just to carry you over. Even when you do have inserts, if you can't afford the shoes, replace your inserts often. Replace them often. So I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk Live. Y'all have a good rest of y'all Sunday night. Make sure that you plan to have a great week. Okay? Plan to have a great week. And plan to do so on purpose. Bye, y'all.